people who fight without knowing the purpose are people who put themselves in this misery. So the Prophet ﷺ killed those people because of their crime by killing other innocent people after they have done them a favor. So the point is, some of them were good, some of Ahl al-Suffa, they were Sahaba, some of them left Islam, so we cannot say everyone who was from amongst Ahl al-Suffa was Sahabi. So here we can see that Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah was able to argue their point that Ahl al-Suffa are awliya, all of them, those who were Ahl al-Suffa are awliya, by 3 points. One, he said, لَمْ يَكُونُوا نَاسًا بِأَعْيَانٍ. They weren't specific, it's not a title for specific people. Some of them come in, some of them leave. So it's not like Ahl al-Suffa are 50 people who lived there and died there, who started together and finished together. It wasn't like that. And then he said, لا يلتزمون من غيرهم من المسلمين بأي صفة. يعني they don't have special characters than any other Muslims. Okay, with ilm, with knowledge, with deen. They were regular people. And a third, أفاضل المهاجرين لم يكونوا منهم. يعني Abu Bakr wasn't from amongst them. Umar wasn't from amongst them. Uthman wasn't from amongst them. Ali wasn't. So the point is, those are the best of the Sahaba. So if you're going to say the awliya are only Ahl al-Suffa, then you have excluded all those people. Plus al-Ansar. يعني Sa'd ibn Mu'adh. Sa'd ibn Mu'adh, the arsh of Allah shook when he died. The throne of Allah shook when Sa'd ibn Mu'adh died. From not amongst them, because he's Ansari and he had his house. Alright? So that means this argument is not valid for them. وقد روي أنه كان بها غلام للمغيرة بن شعبة وأن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال هذا واحد من السبعة وهذا الحديث كذب باتفاق أهل العلم وإن كان قد رواه أبو نعيم في الحلية وكذا كل حديث يروى عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم في عدة الأولياء والأبدال والنقباء والنجباء والأوتاد والأقطاب مثل 4 أو 7 أو 12 أو 40 أو 70 أو 300 أو 313 أو القطب الواحد فليس في ذلك شيء صحيح عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم ولم ينطق السلف بشيء من هذه الألفاظ إلا بلفظ الأبدال. Then he uses what their arguments, why they say those are the awliya and no one else. He said it's been reported that one of the kids of Al-Mughira ibn Shu'bah was with them. And the Prophet ﷺ said, هذا واحد من السبعة. This is one of the 7 people. So this hadith, first of all, is fabricated. As Shaykh al-Islam said, وهذا الحديث كذب باتفاق أهل العلم. يعني he said one of the 7, يعني the 7 who inherit the ilm and everything, the wilayah. So this is one, when he finishes, the next one will take. So the from Al-Mughira ibn Shu'bah amongst them, so he's one of the 7 of the awliya. This hadith is kadhib, and it's a lie and fabrication. وإن كان قد رواه أبو نعيم في الحلية. Abu Nu'aym في الحلية, in his book, he mentioned all these stories, and a lot of it are sahih, but a lot of it also are fabricated. وكذا كل حديث يروى عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم في عدة الأولياء الأبدال الأقطاب الأبدال. He's saying every hadith that they use as a dalil يعني for their mentality, and all these things, النقباء النجباء الأبدال الأقطاب, all these are levels for Sufiya. يعني levels, you have to go through one stage into another into the next to reach that high level. So all these words they use are false, and all the hadith they use are false, has no basis, and they're all fabricated. So don't let these things, يعني everyone, every term, nuqaba and nujaba, everyone has his own definition for them, and all hadith are fabricated, no basis. The only thing that the ulama use, ulama salaf, is the word al-abdal. Okay, al-abdal, and that is that based on the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, يحمل هذا العلم من كل خلف عدوله. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the best of the people from every generation will carry the responsibility of this deen. Will carry the responsibility of this deen. يقول النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم ينفون عنه تحريف الجاهلين وانتحال المبطلين وتأويل الغالين. every generation of this ummah will have those who will defend them. When someone comes, they will be there to fight. And when someone comes to fight the Muslimin, they will be those who stop it. And when someone comes to change the deen of Allah, they will be those ulama who will prove him wrong. So the Prophet ﷺ, so they use this abdal, يعني one goes and the next comes. One dies, the next takes his responsibility. Like that. وروي فيهم حديث أنهم 40 رجلا. And then he mentioned all the numbers. And then he also said, and then reported that they are 40 people. وأنهم بالشام. يعني الأولياء are 40 people and they are in Sham. Sham يعني the part of Syria. شكرا. وهو في المسند من حديث علي كرم الله وجهه وهو حديث منقطع ليس بثابت ومعلوم أن عليا ومن معه من الصحابة كانوا أفضل من معاوية ومن معه بالشام فلا يكون أفضل الناس في عسكر معاوية دون عسكر علي. Also then some riwayat that they said they were 40 and they were from Sham, and you know the army of Muawiyah and the army of Ali, and we know that the army of Ali and Ali ibn Abi Talib was better than Muawiyah and his army, and they were both مجتهدين. وقد أخرج في الصحيح عن أبي سعيد عن النبي أنه قال تفرق معرفة من الدين حين فرقة من المسلمين يقتلهم أولى الطائفتين بالحق. Prophet said that while there's two groups of Muslims are fighting and they have differences, there is a group of people يعني يمرقون يعني they got out of Islam. While two groups of Muslims are disputing, there's a third group that will get out of Islam because of the way they start interpreting the dalil. So the Prophet ﷺ said, the one of those two, now those two, everyone has its own ijtihad. He said the group that fights this third one and kills them is the one on the truth, or the one who's closer to the truth. Because Allahu A'lam, between Muawiyah and between Ali, the more correct is Ali bin Abi Talib, and that's what we believe. And the correct one are those who avoided the fitna. There are some Sahaba, group of Sahaba, who did not get involved. Salam ibn al-Akwa, Sa'id ibn Abi Waqqas, so those Sahaba. So the point is, the Prophet ﷺ said, the closer to the truth is the one who kills this group. And those were Khawarij al-Haruriyya, and it was the group of Ali bin Abi Talib who killed them. So it's a dalil that the awliya, they're not going to be from Sham. Most probably, if they're going to be on the side of Ali bin Abi Talib, and Sham was the side of Muawiyah radiyallahu anhu ajma'in. وكذلك ما يرويه بعضهم عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أنه أنشد منشد قد لسعت حية الهوى كبدي فلا طبيب لها ولا راقي إلا الحبيب الذي شغفت به فعنده رقيتي وترياق. Then they come and they tell you another awliya. Who's the wali? They said يعني they said hadith makdub. This hadith is fabricated as well. And those who come and say, and you're bothering us with hadith sahih and hadith fabricated. We need to make sure that you understand what is correct from the deen and what's not. When we have in the magazine that a section that fabricated hadith, very famous hadith that people are using and imams using in the manabir and mu'adh and shuyukh use, not shuyukh, yani people who try to make da'wah use these hadith, and they are fabricated, and some of them yani violate the principles of Islam. So we try to put them to teach the people, stay away from them. And then you find people who's imam and who are in charge of masajid, they're saying this person dividing the community. These things should not be talked about. Should not be talked about. Telling the people what is right from their messenger and what is wrong, something we should not talk about. People who change the deen and fabricate it and put the innovations in it, we should not talk about and expose. And what should we talk about? Tahara? That's all you want us to talk, how to make wudu? These are important. But at the same time, you look at the whole thing as a whole. You need to try to fix as much as you can. And when we tell a Muslim, this hadith, according to the ulama of the hadith, is not something should be used, I don't hear understanding. It's straightforward. Okay? يعني you hear the hadith, اختلاف أمتي رحمة. You come, you tell him, brother, why don't you do this way, because the way you're doing it is wrong. He tells you the messenger said the difference between my ummah is rahmah. But the difference between your ummah is rahmah against the ayah in the Quran. وَأَنَّ هَذِهِ أُمَّتُكُمْ أُمَّةً وَاحِدًا.